welcome to another episode of Old Men Yell at Cloud. I am Jim Schultz, and always with me is Mr. Come on, you guys know this drill by now.
I thought you were going to say a name, and then we would say hello. I'm Christopher Brown.
I'm Patrick S. Barry.
And we've got a special guest today. He's joined me on many a podcast episode, Mr. Thomas Anthony Ribeiro.
That's me. Dude. Whole name, huh?
Full name.
Whole name.
I was going to try to come up with some,
Mr. Tar.
crazy, middle, quotation mark middle name, but I just couldn't think of it.
Thomas the Tank Engine.
Oh, man, no one's called me that since, second grade.
Oh, well, never too late to
It brought back painful memories, you jerk.
Kind of did. It's okay.
Yeah, speaking of painful
I meant
memories,
it as a compliment.
Tom used to do a podcast with me called The Studio Cellar, and he just up and left me one day.
That was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. I've been hurting ever since, so, it took me a while to get up the strength to allow him back to the Pentagon here. But here he is.
But you and I have sacrificed so many goats on this Pentagon together.
It's true.
How many?
So many.
Oh, okay.
we do like ungulates on this show, so we need to know how many goats.
Probably 50 goats.
Okay, good.
That's a good amount of goats.
Yeah.
I would say that's a pallet of goats.
That's the whole hog right there.
Yeah. That's the whole thing.
That's a whole thing of goats.
All right, so today we're going to be talking about 2007's Mirrored by Battles. Mirrored is the debut studio album by American experimental rock group Battles. It was released on May 14th, 2007 in the United Kingdom and on May 22nd, 2007 in the United States. Mirrored marked the first album in which the band incorporated prominent vocals and lyrics into their songs, as previous extended plays by the band had been completely instrumental, with the exception of occasional beatboxing and wordless vocals on certain tracks. The first single from the album, Atlas, was released in the United Kingdom on April 2nd, 2007. Mirrored was released to wide critical acclaim and appeared on year-end Best Album lists from several publications, including Time, NME, The Guardian, and Pitchfork Media. Yeah.
Cool.
You wrote that yourself?
Oh, yeah.
I'm so impressed, man.
yeah.
That's tight.
So
It actually got on Metacritic. Metacritic. It got a 86 out of 100. Which is
I want to talk
pretty good.
I want to talk about Metacritic for a second.
yeah, exactly.
What can we do with that?
That's,
Help me out.
is that like a bionic cricket?
No, that would be Mecha Cricket.
See, I think it would be some crazy existential version of the game cricket.
I feel like Metacritic would be a really small cricket that you put inside the main cricket.
Oh, goodness. That's how they work?
Yeah, there's a little cricket powering the big one.
Now,
Yeah.
is there a even smaller cricket in the small? Does it just keep going
How do you
on?
think it works? How do you think it works?
Now, what-
Obviously, there's a smaller one inside the smaller one. It keeps going.
Now, someone told me there's a component inside crickets that, tells it what temperature it is, and that's how many clicks it will click at a time. But does it do Fahrenheit, or does it do Celsius, or does it do Kelvin?
It is 30 degrees, chaps. And then, it starts vibrating, and it's... What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, this is... I get all of my information from my older brother at the age of 9.
And that's where it ends. It's all over.
Yeah, I stopped right around there.
That's why I don't know how to wipe myself.
I mean, the worst is when you get the cricket in the base bin and you can't find the motherfucker.
The cricket in the base bin?
Yeah, the base bin.
Jesus, you're letting a lot of things get away from you tonight.
I'm jet lagged. Fuck y'all.
jet lagged all year.
Probably. It's just going to be my excuse from now on. Oh, I'm fucking jet lagged.
Jim's back from
fucking jet lag Schultz over here.
from his second trip back from Japan in the past year or so, right?
Hey,
3 months.
Sorry I lit that old folks home on fire. I'm jet lagged. I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
So I got to take umbrage with some of the description you had earlier. Prominent lyrics?
No, I know. I actually was going to stop and make a comment, but I figured we could delve a little more into that.
I think the opposite of prominent would be a good word.
Yeah, there were vocals there, but I would not say that the lyrics were prominent.
No. I had a lot of references to the chipmunks in my notes.
That's fun, like the cartoon animals.
Yeah.
I was going to
or
say
just the real animals. Why just assume we're talking about the cartoon?
They don't sing as well, though. on
How do you
TV
know?
they make it seem like they sing so much better.
That's a fabrication of the media.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I
That's-
mean, they
that-
make Ashley Simpson sound like she's pretty good, but she's not. So
Yeah,
Wait, she's not?
That's just the myth that Big Chipmunk is trying to sell us.
Right, exactly. Big chipmunk, those little guys.
Oh fuck.
all right, should we do that thing we do starring Tom Hanks?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I get it.
You get it?
Yeah, I got it.
It's one of those movies where he pee. Does he pee in that one?
Is he notorious?
Yeah,
for
yeah, that's
peeing
the
in
one
his
where he
movies?
says, I gotta pee.
Yeah, no. That's a legit thing. Look it up at some point, and anyone who's listening to this, you can play at home as well. Look up movies where Tom Hanks has peed. There's a lot.
Actually, you know
Yeah.
what? I just watched Sully on the flight home from
Did he
Japan.
pee in it?
I'm trying to think. I think there was a thing where he's like, "Oh, I got to take a piss."
What a weird thing to add to a biopic.
I think I'm like pretty sure Charlie Wilson's War too had some.
He peed in the Green Mile. He peed painfully in the Green Mile.
Yeah, a
Caught
lot of
bladder
times.
infection.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Forrest Gump.
There was Forrest Gump. I got a pee.
Yeah,
then
yeah.
there was the really long one in a league of their own.
Oh, yeah.
The Jimmy Dugan piss.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's like a thing that he's known for. Weirdly enough, I was talking to my wife about this yesterday, and my question was, do you think he has been peeing in movies for so long that he just grew up with it, so he thinks that that's a part of movie making? Like, if you're an actor, you are supposed to urinate at least once
I'm
per
trying
film.
to think. Did he piss? I think he pissed off of the mountain in Castaway.
Oh, I'm sure he had to urinate at some point.
Wait, is he the dude who pissed in Apollo 13? Out of the...
Houston, we have a problem. I've wet myself.
Houston, we have a problem. I got a dirty diaper.
No, I think that was Bill
Houston, I need
Paxton. Bill Paxton was like, "It hurts to urinate." God rest his soul.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Mr. Paxton has left our mortal coil.
Yeah, he is not coming down for breakfast.
That's the way to put it.
Bill,
That's sad.
Bill, your eggs are getting cold.
Oh, man. Oh, God, that's so sad.
All right. Let's do favorite song. And let's start with the guest here. Let's start with Mr. the Tom.
My favorite, Mr. Tom's favorite?
Yeah.
All right. I liked Rainbow the most. Rainbow was my favorite track on the whole album.
Elaborate a little bit.
Yeah, I like it.
Fucking piece of shit.
Oh, just
Whoa.
just relax. I know there's a lot of pent up anger in there, but I think we'll,
you
we'll
haven't
make it
seen
through.
nothing.
We got this. I have a whole theory about this album as a whole.
Okay.
Here we go.
That
I'm listening.
that it's actually what it sounds like.
It's
for
the Passion of the Christ.
Almost.
Okay.
Almost. It sounds like when a robot becomes sentient. This is that journey. This is that journey in the robot. Like what
The
it sounds
singularity.
like. Yes.
Like that moment
yes. That like
when it snapped on.
exactly like this album in its length is that fraction of a second that it happens to understand the range of human emotion through a robot's eyes.
I like
All
that.
right. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I can get behind that.
Yeah, like from like literally 00111 all the way to here's a cat picture.
Here's a picture with a bunch of dogs' eyes subtly baked into it.
That is a measure of that's like a pretty solid measure of like a human's emotional depth.
have you
is
guys-
the cuteness of a cat photo and how we respond to it.
Have you guys seen I think it was a Google thing. I think they built this AI that tried to like paint pictures based on like a bunch of different Google images, and it made all this weird weird ass shit.
The dogs.
Yeah.
It would just put dogs' eyes in everything. It was so fucking weird. It'd be like a sunset, and it would have like a dog eye in it, and like the ripples in the water would be dogs' eyes. Good stuff. Like Cocker Spaniels. It was fucked up.
Oh man.
It was just a bunch of dogs. That was the technology. It's just okay, guys. We're just kidding. It's just dogs.
It would be great if like one of the programmers working on it like stayed late one night, and he also happened to have like this weird fetish for dog eyes, and he's like, "At last, this is my moment," and he retired happily.
Good for him.
Yeah, I mean, you got to live your dream. In regards to Rainbow, Pitchfork said, "It sounds like the band is trying to recreate the Looney Tunes cartoon where Bugs and Daffy are dueling orchestra conductors, each driving their ensembles to crazier and crazier call and response peaks."
I mean, is that supposed to be a insult or compliment?
No, they liked this album. They gave it a 9.1.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, okay, then I can get behind that.
I mean,
then.
I felt like a lot of this album was very cartoony.
It's very loony.
Very cartoony, yeah.
Like I
Slapstick.
I put my overall comment was Bill Zany.
Very zany. Yeah. Bill Zany.
Oof. I get it.
Yikes.
Still not dead yet.
I on that song I had some comments about this was the first track where there was actually like some normal vocals on it.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of happens halfway through,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it had prominent lyrics.
This is the one with the prominent lyrics.
Yeah. I don't know, this one had kind of a Pink Floyd Piper at the Gates of Dawn kind
For
of
sure.
vibe going.
It's the longest track, too,
Yeah.
and so it's the epic.
It actually
the
felt
requisite epic.
Yeah, it felt a bit Phantom-y to me in a few points. Like Phantom Us, the Mike Patton band, just in terms of like the rhythm and how different things were being emphasized and things like that.
Yeah,
it was
I
pretty cool.
could hear some Mike Patton in there for sure.
So the drummer is John Stanier.
Yeah.
Is his name, and he
Stamos.
was
It's pronounced Stamos.
okay. Thank you.
Uncle
Yeah, so
Jesse.
he was
Drummer
on a
of the
show.
Beach Boys. Come
he was
on.
on a show called Full House. No, after Full House, he was in a band called Helmet. For those of you out there who didn't know that, I just learned that today, looking at the Wikipedia that Jim wrote for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a fucking solid drummer.
Yeah, he's a good drum boy. That was a note that I took about him.
Yeah. I had
drum
some
boy.
some drum notes. Drums tight, hi-hat, controlled, clamping.
Real clampy.
Christopher, favorite song?
For my favorite, I'm probably going to go with Tonto.
Yeah.
The intro guitar and synth was fucking awesome, just very pretty. Sonically reminded me a lot of Pieces in a Modern Style by William Orbit, like the synth selection from that. And just a lot of different things were happening in it. It covered a lot of different moods throughout,
Yeah.
so I was really into that.
Yeah, I like where it kind of slows down towards the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as Pitchfork would say, it's terse, a tambourine rattling quasi-funk.
For sure.
Yes.
All right. Whatever.
I wrote that there was some jingle bells, and as soon as I heard the jingle bells, I knew Patrick was getting excited. And then I came up with the title of our new Rampikes album.
What's
it's
that?
called Patrick and the Priapism.
Oh, yeah.
Now, it's funny that you bring up Priapism, because I saw the song title Prismism, and I kept reading it as Priapism.
Same. Yeah, I was definitely getting excited by all the There were a lot of things that were like hitting the pat.
Ox percussion Pat.
A lot of ox percussion things that I was digging all over this record.
On the plus side, you've got about 3 hours until you really should go see a doctor.
Yeah, that is the time they gave me on the phone with the police. It was a weird conversation.
Thank you for calling us. You did the right thing.
Is that like when the what was it, that couple that ate all the weed brownies and they called the police? They were like, I think we're dead.
Police, I need to report a priapism.
That's priapism, boy.
Priapism, sorry.
Patrick, favorite song?
Oh, you know what? I'm going to go with Rainbow as well. Yeah, I think it covered a lot of moods, similar to Tonto. I really kind of like the. Hold on, I have notes. I'm gonna loudly tap, so you're not getting dead air. Yeah, there's like the slide guitar and then the weird calliope thing that was going on at once. That like, I was really digging that. That was really cool and like. Definitely had like a bit of a Red era King Crimson vibe to me as well at certain points. Just the way the guitars hit, they sort of had that John Wetton stank to it.
That Wetton stank.
Yeah, I mean that probably wasn't the best choice of words.
I really liked the snare work in this song. The snare rolls are really cool, and the unison stuff with the guitar was pretty cool. And I wrote Slam-a-Lama Ding Dong.
Nice.
Yeah, ooh. We got a slam in that one.
Got a slam in it.
Yeah, just the textures and the sort of dense blending of chords along with like those weird slide melodies were just like very, very interesting and enjoyable for myself.
Yeah, I thought it was like a harsh song, one of the harsher songs on there, and as it fits into my sentient schematic here. I said this is the part of his life when he learns about confusion, frustration with the outside world. This is when he lashes out, but he cares. This is that part of his sentience. Is this song? Yeah,
I like it.
It's like college age for your average left-wing male.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, Tom actually is an AI experiment that we're using here on the show tonight.
Yeah, he started life as a fuck doll, but he's getting a bit more used to the ways of the world.
Yeah.
But then I became sentient. This is my story.
Yeah. You know, I guess who got stuck cleaning it this weekend again, guys.
I'm sorry.
I just want
all right,
to
Jim.
love.
Jim,
Love
what's your
being
favorite song on this record?
My favorite song, the table is split. I'm going with Tonto.
Yeah.
I agree. I really like the intro. I like how the drums, when they come in, they're syncopated. I thought that was a little cool thing there by Mr. John, whatever the fuck his name is.
Stamos.
John Stamos. The bridge actually kind of sounded like a bridge, which I liked, and then it comes out of the bridge, and it's got this kind of rock groove going on, and I think this was like the first part of the album where like, oh my god, I can like hear like the resemblance of a song finally.
Yeah, they definitely start to like kind of simmer down into a sizzle at a point in that song.
Yeah, and then this song, like you mentioned, it slows down, and I was actually pondering about this. Like, I wonder when they recorded this if they did that to a click. Like, I wonder if they slowed the click down or if that was all natural.
They almost definitely slowed the click down. I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they have that technology. I'm sure those fellows did.
There's too much going on this for I think them to be off of a click.
Right. That's what I figured. I just wanted your input.
Yeah.
There it is.
Need more input.
That's his line.
Hey.
Actually, this whole show is just artificial intelligence.
I get it.
Well, hold on for Tonto, right? So, in the where that falls in is that
There he goes.
That is the fuck you, man. That's the reflection part. That's where he's thinking of himself. It's he's looking inward. What is loneliness? You know, he's figuring all those things out during that song.
What doth loneliness?
Yeah, I'll probably give this another listen with that in mind. 'Cause that's an interesting. It's an interesting theory.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, speaking of theories, can I throw one out to you guys that I
Sure.
had?
Okay.
So, the song D Diamond D, or D Diamond D, or
It's like funny friends.
Oh yeah.
or Diamond. So I kept reading that and trying to see like ascertain meaning from that title. So I came up with like a Paul is dead sort of scenario, like in the Beatles, like how they claimed that they gave hints that Paul was dead.
yeah.
Except I think it's Dustin Diamond, also known as Screech, and that he's dead because you have D Diamond, Dustin Diamond, D dead.
Oh shit.
So I think that's proof. I don't think we need more than that.
I mean, doesn't necessarily need to stand for dead.
I mean, it could stand for something else,
Could be driving.
like dickhead.
Or drugs. That's maybe that's where we get our drugs.
Drugs, yeah.
We hit Screech up.
You heard it here first. Driving, drugs, dickhead.
That's what we can come up with, guys. Bunch of
a-
all-stars.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, D Diamond D is a pretty cool song too. That was the one I said it sounded like if Yes were a band in 2007, like if they were like an indie math rock band in 2007, that would be like kind of what they would put out around their Fragile era.
Yeah, especially if they wanted to let everyone know that Dustin Diamond was really dead, and who they thought was him on that sex tape was really an imposter.
Oh,
All right.
he does look so different now. You know, like when he came back so thick. Like I didn't see this guy for years. All of a sudden he comes back. He's like 12 inches thick. You know, I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
All right, AI Tom, what's your least favorite song?
I'm not sure if I had a least favorite song in particular,
You definitely do, because that's how this fucking show works.
but I have a least favorite thing.
No, you need a least favorite song.
I need a song.
I told you about this.
I
at the beginning
tried.
of the show. You know what? Leave.
You know, all right. I'm fucking.
I gave you a chance back on the table, and you fucking blew
Oh shit.
I'm gonna say
Is this what you guys do? You just break up every week?
it. Yeah.
every time we hang out, we break up.
News.
I was gonna say the only downside, and it was spread across multiple tracks, was I think all the vocal contributions didn't do me any favors as to liking this anymore.
Interesting.
But is there a song specifically?
You just said he didn't like the whole thing, so we can move on.
Oh, all right.
Well, I mean, I don't know, one song specifically. If I had to say, maybe it was more in the Tonto range.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Okay.
interesting.
That was one of the.
Well, I mean, we've done this analogy before, where it's like, let's say all these songs are children, and you're holding them from falling off a cliff.
Yeah.
And you need to let one of them go to save the rest. Which one are you going to let go?
Tonto.
Macaulay Culkin, obviously, or Kieran, whichever.
Christopher?
I'm gonna go with Priapism. It felt like they took ideas from every other song that didn't fit into every other song and just kind of tossed it there. Like there was a bit that sounded like Atlas happening. There was a bit that sounded like might have been Tonto or something. It just sounded like there were actual parts from the other songs that were moved and put together, which works if you're trying to do like some sort of like sweet type thing. If you're listening to the fucking Downward Spiral or The Wall or something like that, that kind of thing works. Here it just felt like it was kind of like cast-offs.
Just some space filler.
Yeah, and Snare Hanger I thought did a better job of that as like a segue track.
Yeah.
And it was right after it, so it just made it feel more superfluous.
Yeah, so I actually felt the opposite of you.
Snare Hanger.
Snare Hanger was my least favorite, and I felt like that one was sort of a filler track. It didn't really feel necessary, and that Prismism was pretty cool.
I kind of liked the droning bass sounds in
Yeah. I don't know. I dug it. It was cool. I felt like if it were just that and not the next like 1 minute 58 track, it would have been.
I feel like Snare Hanger was kind of like the post punk like attempt to be a Mars Volta song.
Yeah,
kinda.
or like a Dillinger.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, my least favorite was Diamond. I don't know. It's just kind of chaotic, and just felt like, oh, let's like make a bunch of noise and whistle over it, and that'll be this song. And maybe we'll put some effects on that whistle.
It is very silly.
Call it a day.
Although the drum and the synth interplay at the beginning of that is pretty dope.
Yeah.
That was pretty dope.
I did enjoy it.
Yeah.
And Dustin Diamond is apparently still dead. Yeah, Christopher has he has 10 feverishly scribbled pages of notes here on this theory.
Oh, he was having a good time. I could see it in his eyes.
No, I was basically just writing down Pitchfork quotes.
Same thing.
When I realized this had a positive review on Pitchfork, I started writing down the quotes because positive reviews on Pitchfork I think are actually funnier than the negative ones because those are the ones where the writers tend to write more about themselves.
There's actually a coded message hidden in all positive Pitchfork reviews.
Yeah, it's just
linking to Dustin Diamond's death.
yeah, and it's just I was just gonna say it's linking to the writer's age, sex, and location, but
Oh, ASL.
ASL.
Well, that's 14F Cali. We all know that.
How about Tom's MVP moment?
MVP moment. I would say in about halfway through towards the end of Atlas, when everything starts to just get piled on top of itself.
Yeah.
And they're just, at the end, they're just literally just throwing buckets of the whole song at you. That's what I like. I'm just getting splashed with
You
it.
get some Atlas, and you get some Atlas.
Everything's getting thrown at you.
Just drenched.
Yeah,
in
I love
Atlas.
it. Yeah, that was probably my favorite part of the whole album is that part.
Yeah, it's funny because Atlas would probably have my favorite moment too, which is the vocals.
Oh, yeah.
That fucking vocal melody is great because it's so sing-songy and childlike, and with the pitch shifting, it just sounds fucking sinister. Like, it sounds like the sort of thing like in Silence of the Lambs that, like, what's his name? Buffalo Bill or
yeah.
Wild Bill, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
It sounds like the sort of thing he would like sing from the top of the well. And I
thought you were gonna say Miggs.
Miggs?
The cum slinger. What was his name?
Oh yeah, he was the guy that was next to Lecter. No, I'm talking about the guy that was in Monk.
Adrian, what are you fucking doing?
Oh,
I
that
wasn't
guy.
saying to the lambs.
The mustache man.
Yeah.
So I
He is a fucked man in real life. Look him up. He has an interesting story.
I have a similar comment. I actually my first note on here is the marching of the gremlins. Just got these gremlins. They're off. They're gonna kill somebody.
Oh, yeah.
They're killing somebody.
Hopefully.
But they're like whistling while they work, and it's a little unsettling, and it's cool at the same time.
Now, Atlas was like the single from this
Yeah.
record,
Yeah.
which sort of makes sense. It's probably the catchiest melody.
And
on
it's
the
only
record.
7 minutes as opposed to some of the other songs.
Yeah.
And it was in that game, Little Big Planet, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, question for you. So you brought up the
Who?
Gremlins.
Me?
No, everyone. I'd like to involve everyone on this. You brought up the Gremlins. I brought up the serial killer from Silence of the Lambs, and I also put down a note that the vocals sounded like tortured Muppets. Do we have any other good descriptions of the vocals between us?
No.
I might even go back to what I said on the talk episode with the Mr. Burns and the alien.
Oh, yeah.
I
What?
bring you love.
Someday I'm going to make you guys listen to a Bjork album.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, do you guys know what the Goddess Bunny is?
Yep.
The Goddess Bunny? No.
This is a disgusting video from like a long time ago.
No.
Could just see it all come flooding back.
Oh, wow. Yeah, like a
So-
half-remembered nightmare from 2004. Holy shit.
I am not familiar with this. That's not an invitation to see it, but I
That's
just...
some
Hey,
early
everybody,
YouTube.
all listeners out there, I want you to do yourself a favor. Watch it at work.
if you could give me an elevator pitch, that would be huge.
All right, it's
I'm a big busy businessman.
We're gonna make a Goddess Bunny movie, is what you're telling me.
It looks like
I'm on the elevator and we're coming up to my floor. Like, listen, Mr. Level B executive,
oh my
you
God.
gotta tell me
What the hell is her name? Who the hell is the heroin addict who? Fuck! What the fuck is her name? She was like,
fucking
she was
know?
more recent. She was the singer. The Rehab.
Amy Winehouse.
Amy Winehouse. She looks like
like-
fucking Amy Winehouse.
If she was like a shriveled husk of Amy Winehouse, where
Yeah.
you could see her bones and she's tap dancing really poorly for 3 minutes on her back porch, and you can just see her skeletal body.
She's about like 63 pounds.
And that's all it is?
All it
And what's it called
She's
again?
just like
Goddess
hanging.
Bunny.
Goddess Bunny?
Yeah, check out that.
sounds
and-
so sad.
I mean, you guys have seen.
It's freaky.
you guys have seen Rubber Johnny, correct?
No. What
You've
are
never fucking seen Rubber
What
Johnny?
are these horrible things you guys know
Tom
about?
has a great Rubber Johnny story.
It's not that good.
It's pretty good. We made Tom watch Rubber Johnny at like 2 o'clock in the morning by himself, and then somebody tapped on his window.
Such a good story.
And then he ran out with a broom, and he was going to kick their ass with a broom. And then he saw a foggy car drive away.
Okay.
He never found out who it was.
And all they left was a trail of rubber.
So whenever I hear about Gautier, whatever his name is, I always think of Goatsy.
Goatsy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. It's like fucking King of the Hill while I'm sitting here taking a sip of our drinks.
Another one that you should check out at work.
Oh yeah. No, make that your boss's desktop picture when he's not around.
You guys have seen the Bro Guns picture, right?
Can't say I have.
Why do you keep bringing up like horrible shit?
Oh, because this is my life.
What is this? What is it? Tell me what it is.
Bro Guns is this fat guy in tighty whitey underwear with like long black hair and a beard, and he's like laying on, like, you know, the George Costanza on the couch pose.
Yeah.
He's doing that on the floor, and he's got all kinds of guns around him.
Oh,
and
that
like
I have
three
seen. That I have
Guitar
seen.
Hero controllers.
Yep.
But what we would do is, there's a rule at work: you never leave your desktop unlocked because
Sure, yeah.
you know we have access to all this equipment. So anytime anybody would leave their desktop open, we would bro gun them.
Oh,
So
cool.
we'd set their desktop background to that image.
Yeah, at my old job, we didn't give a flying fuck because there was no HR department, so we used to just leave meat spin up on people's computers.
What is meat spin?
Oh, we're learning all kinds of stuff tonight.
yeah.
It's a website that you can go to, and it just shows.
Spin the meat.
Yeah, it shows a lot of
Like a Euro?
It's like a little helicopter penis sort of action.
You see children before the Snapchats and the Twitters.
Yeah,
this is what
we did
this is
to
what
entertain
sad.
ourselves.
Mommies and daddies had to show each other meat spins.
Yeah.
Oh, and it plays "You Spin Me Right Round" on loop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Who remembers Newgrounds?
It was. Oh yeah. It was funny. My mom texted me one day. She's like, "What's a podcast?" And I'm like, don't worry about that."
It's not for you. It's for a very specific group of people. Very, very.
So if you're
lonely
Jim's
people.
mother and you're listening in, you should Google blue waffles.
No, don't do that.
All right, let's move the fuck on.
Oh yeah, it's your MVP moment.
Oh, is it?
MVP moment.
Christ.
Jet lag.
Jet lag. The bass synth at the very top of Bad Trails. It was grimy as fuck, and I liked it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a cool fucking song too. Very silly and upsetting at the same time. Like a lot of the
Like everything we've just been fucking talking about.
yeah, pretty much. The
Yeah,
whole record
this
is like
record
of
is
the
all
same
of that,
plot.
just ground in a blender and thrown onto a tape recorder.
Yeah, let's just take the worst shit on the internet, blend it up, and put some tight drums under it.
And my MVP moment. I brought it up earlier, but that like slide guitar calliope like blended dense nonsense that happens in Rainbow is probably my moment that I really latched onto.
Speaking of upsetting, this is
Have you seen Blue Waffles?
Well, actually, I gotta show Patrick that picture I showed you guys.
Don't show him the blue waffle.
Oh no, I'm not gonna do that.
I'm not going to do that to Patrick. Why would I do
I'm not
that
a
to
monster.
Patrick?
Oh, I showed you this, right?
Oh yeah, that thing.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
thing,
it's a
that
picture
thing's
of
been around.
It's a picture of a weird cat with opposable thumbs.
Is there a Google that you can link our fans to? You know,
I'm pretty sure that's
Google cat with opposable thumbs, and if you don't find this, you'll find something.
I'm pretty sure that's a primate. I'm pretty sure that's like a marmoset of some
oh
kind.
God, we're going to talk about
lemur.
primates that look like people. This is going to go back to day one of Tom and I's podcast with the chimpmanzee, which was actually called the humanzee, but for some reason I kept calling it the chimpmanzee.
I mean, either works, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was this like chimpanzee that was like almost like human-like.
Yeah, he smoked cigarettes.
He smoked cigarettes and
I would love to shake hands with
And,
a genius who
I
got a
guess-
monkey to smoke.
I
for
guess
the first
he
time.
so this guy had him, and I guess he tried to like bang his wife, and he had to like get rid of him.
I mean, that's a good reason to get rid of a monkey.
I want to go back to the like. So was he like peer pressured into smoking cigarettes, or like how did that go
After
down?
school. Hey,
Was he like,
hey,
hey, you want to look cool,
Here,
don't you? In front of the other apes.
No, you're already on roller skates, so that's half the battle.
Just like sloppily, like like spit all over his cigarette. Looking real cool, like James Dean.
I could see it like smoking and like pounding Jaeger, and then like putting the cigarette out on its arm and like flexing.
Oh yeah.
That's a cool monkey right there.
No, you should look up pictures of the humanzee. It's kind of terrifying.
I'd rather not.
No, do it. Do it at work.
All right.
All right, my MVP moment in Atlas, when these triplets, they come slamming on in. They slam in.
Dude,
and then it
I
goes,
love slamming triplets.
He's slamming triplets, and it goes into that like cartoony guitar part. It's like, and it was just like,
Yeah.
I'm at the fucking circus.
The Gremlins.
I'm at the
are on
circus,
their
and the
way.
gremlins are gonna kill somebody.
Hopefully not me, because I was on good terms with them back in the office.
Yeah. What else do we do on this show?
Oh, we do comparable.
Comparable.
Oh, that's right,
And then
okay.
rating.
Tom, you got a comparable album you want to talk about?
You know, I don't really have a comparable album or anything that sounds like.
Well, you know what you can
This?
do too is some people do they talk about an album that reminds them of it, not necessarily on a sonic level, but maybe in a time and a place.
Okay, that's interesting. I mean, one album came to mind, and that was an album, Trioscapes. I think it's called Separate Realities, and I think it's the chaos of it that is what really reminds me of this album.
Sorry.
What do we look?
There he is. There he is.
I'm sorry, I found a picture of Oliver the chimpanzee, which just do yourself a favor.
That's right. His name is Oliver.
Yeah, just
Look at his fucking shorts.
what kind of asshole does he think he is with those shorts?
He looks like my uncle, like
He just needs a
looks
cigarette.
like my great uncle, like circa 1940. Look at his barrel
my
chest
God.
and like he's smoking a cigarette. Wearing those little shorts.
Yeah, that's the humanzee. It was all over the humanzee. That's right.
Holy shit! Oh man, sorry, Tom. Continue.
I love how you said you weren't going to look it up, but then you immediately
You
did.
immediately looked it up. Yeah.
And I'm glad it made your evening because your eyes are just filled with tears of joy right now.
It's the fact that he's standing upright and has a smile.
You guys thought I was fucking around. Everybody thinks the chimpanzee is a joke.
Hey, that guy tried to fuck somebody's wife.
Yeah, and
In
you know
those shorts.
and she sold him to an attorney. That's what happened.
He sold it to the attorney?
She sold it to an attorney.
Which he turned into monkey sausage.
Yeah, Michael Miller.
That's why it's called an attorney.
Michael Miller, an attorney from New York.
Yeah. Good old monkey meat.
It's no horse meat.
No.
Which I saw in Japan, by the way. I actually don't have any crazy Japan stories.
You
this
should have
time.
eaten some horse meat.
I came real close. I was like, I should just do this. And it was raw horse meat, too. It wasn't.
Oh, I don't know if I'd do that. I'd want it cooked.
I'm trying to think of the weirdest thing I ate while I was over there.
Ooh. Good night, everybody.
And have not had any alcohol, have not smoked any weed.
Oh,
Just
you know, I found something even weirder than the fucking panty machine, though. You ready for this?
go for it.
So they sell these masks that you can put on your wife or your girlfriend or whatever, and they look like anime faces.
Wait, you put it on them. They don't put it on themselves
don't wear it.
voluntarily.
I mean,
You're just like,
I
here,
mean-
wear this.
I mean, they might, but you can swap out the eyes and the eyebrows, and like you can swap out the facial expressions and shit. There was a whole fucking store.
It's like
dedicated to
a
this.
even more twisted version of that bit in Arrested Development when Job is like making Kitty put her hair up and take her glasses off and whatever.
yeah. Yeah, just all the variations.
That's a nightmare, man. Japan just sounds like it's a fucking living nightmare.
Oh, I tell
from
everybody
everything you described.
this is how I describe it. It is Manhattan and Kirby's Dream World in a blender. It's what it is.
Oh my God.
Kirby's Dream World is very different from what I remember.
Yeah, and maybe a little bit of porn. But
A little bit.
sorry, we kind of derailed Tom.
Yeah,
Talking
sorry about
his-
that.
He was trying to have like a heartfelt moment about this comparable album.
Oh yeah, my heart.
Sorry about that.
My heart. I told you guys, I feel stuff now. I'm sentient. But no, it was Trioscapes, Separate Realities. It's like a prog-ish, metal-y type jazz thing. And I'd say the only thing that I can compare to it is the chaos of it. I feel like they have those long songs where they're changing it up a lot.
And that's and that's chaos theory.
Yeah, and that's chaos.
Christopher.
Comparable album. So it's not as good as this album. But I would say that Animal Collective's Merriweather Post
Oh,
Pavilion
okay, yeah.
has.
I think it's about the same time.
It came out a couple years after this. There are a few good songs on that album. Overall, I don't think it's as good as this, but especially with like the vocals being kind of like this up there nonsense, being like really sing-songy and everything. I think it's cut from a pretty similar cloth. It's not as heavy. It's not as musically intense or interesting, but it's in the same ballpark. It's like battles your mom can listen to.
Not your dad's battles.
It's not your dad's battles.
your dad's battles.
And it's certainly not Oliver the Chimpanzee's battles.
Excuse me.
We don't need to get into his
It's the
battles.
chimpanzee, okay?
Chimpanzee, sorry.
He's got a whole different set of
I'm so
battles
glad
to
the
deal with.
chimpanzee came full circle.
Made it back around.
Oh my god, I'm so happy about that.
I just keep thinking about that little guy in his shorts and his straight posture and his big grin.
Yeah,
He loves being human, just like me.
He's pumped.
Yeah.
About something. I wonder what they just told him when they were like, "If you pose for this picture, we're gonna get you
We're
a
gonna give you
nice
an-
big old box of cigarettes, and you get to fuck my wife."
I think what gets me is like with the old fashioned photo, he kind of reminds me of like Jack LaLanne.
I know, right? That's what I'm saying. He looks like my great uncle or something. He's just like his fucking barrel chest. Or when men were men, you know.
Or chimp.
When men were chimp.
Hey John,
As Darwin would say.
show you something. Patrick, what's your comparable album?
Jesus Christ, I didn't really have anything, and then I just thought of something now. The experimental electronic group Black Moth Super Rainbow
Yes,
put
Rainbow.
out a record called Dandelion Gum in the same year, actually, 2007. Definitely much more like electronica and like you know, out there in that respect. But in terms of like the silliness and sort of like cartoonish zaniness, I definitely could draw some parallels. And that's like the best I could think of right now.
No, I'd say that's fair. Jim, just before I forget, too, I really, really enjoy that your imitation of how Oliver the chimpanzee speaks sounds like Burgess Meredith.
Hey, Johnny. Hey, Johnny. Get over here. I got to show you something.
You bum.
So my comparable album is actually going to be Piper at the Gates of Dawn. Like I mentioned earlier, I think there's a lot of kind of early Floydy things going on in here. I mean, I'm actually not too familiar with that album, but I mean, I do know Astronomy and Domine and Bike, which are just fucking out of control with weirdness. And then Set Controls for the Heart of the Sun off a Saucer of Secrets. another weird one.
Off a different album.
Yeah, off a different album.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Close enough for jazz.
It's early Pink Floyd, Insanity, Syd Barrett. That's what it reminded me.
I'm sure they've heard it.
Hey, Oliver. You wanted some milk out of my Saucer of Secrets?
Jesus Christ. He's like a man. You don't give him a saucer, you give him a glass.
I don't think he quite
You give him a beer.
quite
Give him a
mastered the
fucking
glass.
Stein.
That picture of him smiling, you couldn't see him like just holding a stein.
Oh, totally. Or like a big old candy apple or something. He was pumped. I want to know what he was up to.
Yeah.
He was thinking about fucking the guy's wife. That's what he was up to.
This one really got away from us, didn't it?
It really did. That's all right. It's been good.
Yeah. All right.
It's been rich.
What else do we do? We got to rate this motherfucker. Tom, we need you to give this a rating, 1 to 10. No decimals. It's got to be an integer.
Just a whole
Just
number.
a big old hog number.
Yeah, give me a hole.
Then I'm gonna say 8 out of 10.
All right.
I really enjoy this.
8 out of 10. I'm going to give it a 7. No, actually, I'm going to give it a 6. I'm going to give it a 6.
Oh, why? Can you elaborate a little?
There's a lot of stuff I liked on this. This is not an album I would go to often. There's a lot of kind of sameness that happens with a few of the songs for me.
Mm-hmm.
Again, there's some stuff I really like on it, but it's not something I see myself going to on a regular basis.
I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think that's the first time I've heard a 9 out of Patrick.
Yeah. No, I gave the Cars a 9. We never rated the Cars.
Yeah, we never
did we?
rated the Cars.
No, we didn't.
Well, I'm saying it right now, retroactively. I would have given it a 9 out of 10.
All right.
Anyway, no, I was pretty unfamiliar with this record up until last week. I had mentioned it in the car, and my wife Gina had actually heard of it and was like, "Oh, I think you'd really like it," and I really did. And then just hearing it again today on those fabulous surround sound speakers kind of like brought some new things to light for me. Yeah, just hitting on a lot of things that I'm like kind of into right now. For sure, just the sort of zaniness and like, you know, not taking themselves too seriously, but it's definitely like they're paying attention to a lot of they're taking care of a lot of things that I think are important. I really enjoyed it. I would listen to it again.
Cool. And actually, I know we brought this point up earlier. This was mastered by Jeff Lipton, who is friends with Chris. So therefore, Chris is actually friends with Battles.
Yeah, that's how the
By
transitive
proxy.
property works.
Yeah. And I think they recorded the album after this. I think it's Gloss Drop. They recorded it actually down the street from this residence here.
Oh,
That's 5 minutes down the road. I'm gonna give it a 7. I would give it a 6.5, but I'm not allowed, so I'm gonna give it a 7. In the same kind of vein as Christopher, like I like this album, and when it's on, like I'll listen to it and I dig it and I'll listen to it all the way through. And there are times where I'm like, oh, I really want to listen to that, and I'll throw it on and I'll listen all the way through. But it's not something I'm gonna like go out of my way to be like, oh, I really want to fucking listen to some Battles right now. And so I'm gonna give it a 7.
Okay.
wow.
All right, and that gives us with a cumulative 7.5. So
This wasn't even
good.
my pick, and I gave it the best rating.
Yeah, well, sometimes that happens.
Man, deuces are wild on the old man show. We still got a few aces up our sleeves. We're not that
Oh
old.
yeah. No, I've been saving some of my big picks. Actually, next one's going to be one of my big picks.
Yeah.
It's one of my top 5 all
Yeah,
times.
I love big picks.
You gonna give us a taste?
I'd love to taste your big pick, man.
No, it's gonna be Spiderland by Slint.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah, we got Spiderland up on deck, and then my next pick is going to be Stevie Wonder's Inner Visions.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'm down for some Stevie Wonder. We can
Fucking weird little progression there.
Yeah, for
Battles
sure.
to Slint to Stevie Wonder.
we could talk about the conspiracy theory.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh Jesus, yeah. Save it for that for sure. Tom, you got anything to plug?
Plug? I mean, I do have one more thing I'd like to say that's going to wrap up my theory.
Is this the sentient robot coming out right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah.
this will wrap it up nicely, I think. So the reason that I think the album is called Mirrored is because now you've successfully mirrored humankind onto a robot.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Okay.
They figured it out. God damn it, John Stamos.
And it's the story of me and me becoming, from, I was a sex robot. Now I'm a human. And this is the part where I kill you guys and I start to take over the world.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, how much?
That doesn't seem very human-like. I guess no, it does.
No, it does. Okay. What are you talking about?
Have you guys seen the video of the new version of the is it the Atlas or is it the Big Dog that figured out how to open the fucking door and then let the other one out?
The fucking Boston robotics.
Boston Dynamics
Boston
robots,
Dynamics.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck those people. Fuck the horse they rode in
And
on.
you know what
I want them to stop doing what they're doing.
You know what the shittiest part about that is? Is it's in the vicinity of where we are. So
Oh, yeah.
we're going to be the first to die.
Yeah, no, that thing's probably upstairs trying the door right now.
Dude, well, all those like disappearances that have been going on in that
You think
general
it's a
area.
fucking... Oh my God, the
dude,
Boston
they're
serial
feeding-
killer.
They're
is
feeding
the
people to the
fucking
robots.
Boston Dynamics
Robo-dogs.
robots.
Yeah,
Right?
I don't know if I want to really start talking about the Boston serial killer right now, but the robot is a very good theory as to who is behind it.
Yeah, dude, they're taking these people. I know.
It makes more sense than them being like blackout drunk and walking through 2 miles of traffic to drown themselves.
Yeah,
True. And actually, we're in about that time where another murder is going to happen.
Yeah, we are. We are. It,
We're right in the window.
It's usually September, October, then like April, May.
Yep, June,
All right.
July.
So,
August,
yeah,
September.
The muddy seasons, you know.
yeah, so when the body pops up down by the Museum of Science, you'll know Jim did it.
Oh God, I'm gonna have the fucking FBI at my door.
Yeah, because they listen to this.
Dude, they got AI robots. They're scanning all the
Hello!
podcasts. Yeah, he's a goddamn narc over
I
here.
just like the idea of there being a room full of robots and the FBI headquarters all with headphones on, and they're all like motioning for a door trying to like open it.
Now, you know who's in there? The fucand Oliver, the chimpanzee. He's in there listening to everybody's podcast.
He's running all the robots.
yeah, he's running all.
It's pretty impressive considering he's long dead, but
And then and the whole room's just full of like this hazy cigarette smoke.
No, you see,
It's like,
the mind of Oliver has been transferred into a robot monkey.
oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
See, a robot ape.
I
if
would
you
like
will.
I would like to think of him in a post-ape world too, where he can just sort of be like a mother brain, like jarred brain sort of thing with like some tendrils coming off to just do what he needs to do.
That is so sexy. Speaking of Japan,
oh yeah, you have no idea.
Do you think the chimpanzee would come back as a ghost if he like when he's dead? Like, do you think he can haunt something?
That's a great question.
monkey
like,
ghosts.
do you think monkey ghosts? I mean, they're pretty close to humans, right? Why can't they be ghosts?
Do you think he would haunt the attorney that bought him?
Yeah, I think so. I would.
I want to know if the attorney was good to him. You think the attorney was good to him? You think the attorney let
He taught him
Oliver
law.
fuck his wife?
He taught him law.
Yeah, chimpanzee attorney at law.
There you go.
Taught
There's a
him
sitcom
love.
for you.
Oh my god, that's such a good show.
That comes on after Kangaroo Court.
And then the Golden Girls. Tom, plug something.
I guess I'll plug Second Class Cinema, a podcast that I've been doing for quite some time, and I'm starting
Nah,
to
you
do
haven't
back
done
up
it.
again.
No,
We just
that's
posted
good.
like the other week. So.
Did you?
Oh, nice.
You actually fucking did something.
Yeah, we
for
did.
once. That's
Yeah,
good.
we had a lot of episodes
glad.
banked, and now we're posting them. We're gonna get back into the groove of getting back into it. So Second Class Cinema, B movie
Oh, I
review
can't wait
podcast.
to come on and ruin it.
Yeah, you usually do.
Ah, that's a good time.
Yeah, I know.
Still got my offer letter.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
No, I didn't write that.
you guys are cute.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't fucking have shit.
What? Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I got an album on Spotify. It's under my name, Christopher G. Brown. If you want to listen to it, you can do that.
Yeah, you should. It's good
Yeah.
stuff. What do I got? A Bears for Year show coming up. If y'all are in the Boston area, what is it? April 13th.
Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th.
Wait, that's when is that? April 13th. Wow,
A week from
Oh
Friday.
wow, I'm excited.
Yeah. Happening at McGann's down in the Boston.
Down by the garden guy.
Yeah. Holy mackerel. Yeah, and we're playing with.
Be careful. That's the area where the serial killer plucks people from.
Yeah, but we're over 30, so we're not.
I hope they get
true.
me. To be honest.
We kept
Just release me.
fucking end this.
we kept saying
You know how
that,
bad I fought for this?
My friend Kyle at work, he's a young man in his earlier 20s, and we keep saying we're gonna send him out into the city as bait. Yeah, just put a GoPro camera on him and see what happens.
They won't find shit, dude.
It's true.
We'll buy you all the cigarettes you can smoke. You just have to stand outside in the downtown area late at night on a Friday.
They should.
It's so fucking scary.
I guess I'll plug the Bears for Your show too, because I'm gonna play on it.
Oh yeah, Jim's.
I've actually been practicing. I got home from Japan. I was like, oh fuck, I should probably learn these songs. So I spent a good portion of my day.
I guess I should go back and
Yesterday.
plug it too then, because I'll probably go to it.
Yeah. Come hang out with the guys from Old Men Yell at Cloud at McGann's.
Oh, you know what? Oh, you know what? All
Buy
right,
us
so
a beer.
So my new project, Smell, just played a live show on the town on Tufts Radio, WMFO, the local Tufts radio station, and Christopher was there to help make some noise.
I know. I'm sad. I wish I could have been there.
Yeah, well, too bad.
Yep.
You were in Japan. Anyway, yeah, I'm probably gonna release that in a few weeks or so, and yeah. There it is. That's all I got from the Smell Cave.
Can we put a pin in this?
Yeah.
This has just been lingering along.
Like
All
a fart
right.
in the wind.
Yeah.
All right, Tom. Thanks for coming on.
Hey,
for coming
thank
out,
you.
Tom.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
very
coming back
much.
to the table for fucking finally.
Yep, it's nice to be
Only
back.
took what? How long has it been? 3 years now?
Yeah, probably about 3.
Oh, you know what? I was gonna say, Patrick DeCoste just posted on Instagram his episode.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
I wonder if he still watches that video.
maybe. I'm glad somebody gives a shit about the show, Tom.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, all right. I'm Jim,
I'm Christopher.
Patrick.
and we'll see you in hell.
I'm Tom.
Amazon is hiring near you. Start as soon as 7 days. No resume or experience required. Earn an additional $2 an hour through April. Health and safety are a top priority with all of our roles and sites. Amazon is taking precautions in our buildings to keep people healthy. Learn more or find a job now at amazon.com/apply. That's amazon.com/apply. Amazon is an equal opportunity employer.